Hey everyone, in this video I want to show you how you can draw a bicycle on Desmos. In this part I want to demonstrate the geometry features of it, and then the next video I want to demonstrate the equations part of it. To get to this page, you can either go to this URL up here, desmos.com/geometry, or you can go to the Desmos homepage and click on the geometry option from there. We already have a bicycle image loaded into our space, and also the opacity is already have it set down to 0.5. To get started on the simple shapes, let's go with the tires first. And so we'll start with the circle up here, and we'll click on the center, drag it out, and then we'll click again to confirm the radius. Do the same thing on the other one. And don't get too bogged down on the details. As always, our reference images are supposed to help us, not tell us exactly where things need to go. Now, I would like to disable the dots on the outside. And to get to your geometry settings, there's this other tab for geometry objects. And as you can see, we have 2 circles as objects and also 4 dots. The first dot here is the center of our first circle, and the second dot is the outside dot of our first circle. And so now we can click on the one that we don't want, which is this dot here. I'm going to click on hide. Let's do the same thing. If you don't want to find your point here, you can always open the tab, click on the point you want to edit, and do what you want up there. Now I'm going to click away to show that the points are actually hidden. Now let's do the spokes on the wheels, and we can just roughly get all the points in here, and we can even center from the tire center. And you don't need to reselect up on top. That's just one of my habits. And so once you have it selected, you can draw all the lines that you want. Let's do this quickly for demonstration. It doesn't have to be exact. If you don't like how your dots are placed or how your lines are placed, you can always undo them. Roughly like this. Let's do the same thing for the other side. And you can see off to the left that all of our dots are piling up. And let's just hide all of them. And so if you know you're going to hide all of them anyways, there's no real need to select which to at least look for your points. You can instead just go through each one and hide all of them. This is a nice thing that Desmos does. It organizes all of your points into groups, and so these did not get clumped up with these ones up there, which is a really good feature. go through each of these, and you can see that these points are slowly popping off of our graph, which is good. Let's plot in a few more shapes. And so we'll do the petals here. Let's make one here, and let's make another one over here, approximately. And for this case, I actually don't want any of these points to show. And so I'm going to go ahead and disable both of these points over here and disable this one here. Now let's draw a line that connects. It'd be a good idea to zoom in. You zoom in so that you don't accidentally overlap with a point that you did not intend to. Alright, so once again, we'll hide all of these points that we just put in. Now, this would be a good time to talk about customizing these lines, and we're not stuck with green circles and blue lines. If that's what you want, you can feel free to keep them. But for the rest of us who want to customize them, you can always say, if you want black tires, you can always click on the circle that you want to edit, or the shape that you want to edit. Click on the color here, and this is where you'll find your customization options. And so I'm going to choose black tires, blue spokes. I actually intended for all of my circles to be black anyways. And these two lines, I'll also make them black. Let's take a look at what our overall graph looks like. It's actually beginning to take shape, which is good. Let's draw on the frame. And so for this one, I'll continue to use lines. I mean, yes, we could draw lines and fill them and make a fill, but the focus of this video is meant to be on the geometry feature, and so that's why I'm choosing to stick with. I'm going to shortcut a little bit. Instead of drawing lines across, I'm actually going to use the polygon feature just to make one big parallelogram. So pick on the points that you want to connect them at, zoom in if you have to. And once you're done closing, that you can close the frame like this. And now we can draw a line down the middle connecting the two. Right, we can always change the frame if you want. And if you don't want your parallelogram solid, then just use normal lines. I'm going to make this purple for now, and I'll do the same thing with this line here. Alright, you can continue working on this however you like. This is the extent that I want to choose to graph them in. You can always add some more details if you want, and so this line is connected over here, and so we'll purposely intersect that line, or intersect that point. Kind of hard to see. That works. If you want to select a line, escape to go back to selection, and there you can see the blue line there, and you can change it to whatever color you want. In the next video, I want to go back to using equations to draw graphs, but for now, this is the geometry only view of it, which is a pretty strong start. And so if you found this video helpful, do leave a like, and if there's something that you thought needed more explaining, do let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to respond. Again, hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you next video.